The arrival of the Secretary General on the day of the UN bribery verdict. And we're here, and we'll have a question. Yes, we do have a question. We'll wait. We got some pedestrians. We got some guys.
There's a lot there.
So how many wheels are there? Here we go. He's coming out. The man himself. The man himself who has failed to audit. Any comment on the UN bribery case? There's a verdict. China Energy Fund Committee. 7 counts of bribery at the UN, selling weapons for oil to Chad. No audit. Absolute corruption. No comment on the bribery case? Shocking. The UN was convicted today. 7 guilty counts. The UN, they allowed in a Chinese NGO that gave weapons for oil. That's the head guy in his Mercedes, but that's your money at work. No, he's coming in.
Right now?
He's coming in. He's just made it in. He made it in. He's going to be regaled with a bunch of much laughter about the sale of weapons. I forget the case. Inside the United Nations. Check it out. It's called U.S. versus Poe, Patrick Poe. What happened to it? The UN's like in a separate world. They put in a bid on this. They're auctioning off a course. They are? It's the UN. Of course. Humanitarian. You know, some say they've lost their way. Check it out. Give it a test drive. And there it is. Your money at work. Okay, here we are. It's Wednesday, December 5th, and Patrick Ho, of the China Energy Fund Committee, has been found guilty on 7 of 8 charges brought against him for payment of corrupt payments to the president of Chad, attempted, Idris Deby, to the foreign minister of Uganda, Sam Kutesa. $500,000 was wired, and he was convicted on money laundering on that count as well. The only one of the 8 counts on which he was found not guilty was money laundering, Chad scheme. And the reason is that they paid $2 million in cash in a gift box. So the answer, the lesson is cash is king. In any case, a verdict reached very quickly. The evidence was overwhelming. And from our perspective, the most striking thing about the case is just how corrupt the UN has become. Throughout the case, you had, at the beginning, while he was president of the General Assembly, Vuk Jeremic doing business for China Energy Fund Committee, selling potash as PGA, then hooking them up with Gadio, who in turn arranged and facilitated the offer of a bribe to the president of Chad. Then they continued their scheme in Uganda, hooking up with Sam Kutesa while he was PGA. Accompanied by UN security, Sam Kutesa went to Hong Kong and made Ye Jimin, the now missing head of CEFC, a special consultative advisor to the President of the General Assembly. This is how corrupt the UN is. Oil magnates as advisors, oil companies as NGOs, a Secretary General who does nothing but cover up weapon sales to dictators. Absolutely disgusting. We're hoping now to speak to the defense lawyers and possibly jurors out here in the cold. To be continued. 2 jurors just walked by. They didn't want to answer questions, so I said, thank you for your service. And serve they did, listening to 6 days of grueling evidence showing the absolute corruption of the United Nations. A place where, despite the many claims in the UN Charter, it's descended into being a place where weapons are offered to dictators for oil. Where UN security witnesses crimes and does nothing except beat up a journalist reporting on them. This UN has hit a new low.